Hello, welcome to part 3 of my video, our series about programming in the TI Nspire. We're going to pick up right where we left off on the second one from the second video. Right now we've calculated the two different cases in the quadratic formula, and we're about to do the third. But first, it's important that we check the syntax to make sure that it all looks out. So, as you can see, there's no syntax errors found. Everything checks out so far. So you want to check it and store it. That saves it, and that just saves your progress. It's important to do that periodically so that you know that what you're doing is right. And it would be unfortunate if you went through everything and had to do it all over again. So the next thing we want to do is, the last case remaining is that b squared minus 4ac is greater than 0. It's a positive number, and you'll get 2 zeros for your equation. So we're going to calculate root 1, or root 1 colon equals the infamous equation negative b. The first case is plus the square root of b squared minus 4 times a times c divided by 2 times a. I like to be careful with the parentheses to make sure that it calculates it right, because I don't trust the calculator as much as some other people do, and I don't want it to mess up. So copy that, and then go to the next line, and you change it to minus so that it's got the plus and the minus, and that'll be your second root. So you've calculated the two roots, and then you want to display that there are two roots, 2 zeros to this equation, and they are space. And then here you want to do comma root 1, comma and comma root 2. That's important because if you don't take root 1 and root 2, the variable names, outside of the quotations, it'll just print the words root 1 and root 2 and not your variable answer. So you want to print this segment of words called a string, and then comma your variable, comma your next string, comma your second variable. So it'll print out what your answers actually are. So that's it. You've got all the roots, you've got all the different situations, and you can print them out accordingly. The last thing we want to do real quick is go back to the beginning of the program and do something called DELVAR. It deletes your variables so that every time you rerun the program, it erases the old variables for A, B, C, and root 1 and root 2. Otherwise, it'll leave them in there, and that could screw things up in your calculations. So it's safer to just delete them all. So we'll check that syntax and store it. It all looks good. So now to check it, we go in here into your calculator page, and you type in the name of your program, quad form, and then the open and close parentheses, and press enter. So it'll ask you for A. We're going to check a case where there's 2 zeros. So A is 2, B will be 6, and C will be 3. So there are 2 zeros, and it tells you what they are. So it works for that case. We'll check both of the other cases just to make sure that they work. So the next one will be 1, 0. It should be 1, 0. A is 2, B is 4, and C is 2. And so there's one real 0, and it is negative 1. And the last case where there are no zeros, A will be 2, B will be 4, and C will be 3. And it tells you there's no real zeros. So it works, and you can open it up in any calculator page, and you can use it anytime you want, which is great, because the quadratic formula is kind of a hassle. So I hope you enjoyed that, and hopefully you'll be able to write your own programs pretty soon and use your calculator to do anything. So thanks everybody for watching, and I hope you learned something.